Welcome back to my whiskey world. This is Harry. Today, I don't know if you can see all these bottles. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite, honestly, my favorite whiskey, the Kavalan whiskey. Okay, I have these three bottles, all brought back from Taiwan. And for those of you who don't know Kavalan, it's actually a Taiwanese whiskey. They only started about a bit over 10 years ago. And nobody knows about Taiwan, and nobody knows Taiwan can make whiskey. In fact, Taiwan doesn't make whiskey until a company called King Car. King Car is a beverage company, quite famous in Taiwan. They make a lot of beverages. The owner always want to make whiskey, but due to the law, that restriction, he cannot, because the liquor is controlled by the government, and only the government-owned distillery can make liquor. Okay, and a bit more than 11 years ago, when Taiwan wants to join the WTO, it was forced to open up. So finally, they can have other people who can make other liquor other than the Taiwanese government-owned liquor distillery. So Kavalan came alive, and of course, when you make whiskey, you cannot bottle it right away. It takes time, right? And some whiskey take 10 years, 8 years. Some of them take 20, 30 years. However, it's a very interesting Kavalan. It's based in Yilan on the east coast of Taiwan. And so some of you don't know Taiwan. It's an island, very beautiful tropical island. And the temperature, it could go from winter time, it can be like 10 degrees. And then summertime, it can go as high as 40 something, right? And Yilan is close to the mountain and the coast. And the weather is actually quite beautiful. However, it's normally quite humid and hot in Taiwan. So when they started trying to make whiskey, they had to do a lot of experiment. And for a lot of people who knows about whiskey making, the angel share is a critical part of maturization of the whiskey. And the angel share it means the vaporization of the whiskey in the cask. And the angel share in Taiwan is actually quite high, much higher than the angel share in Scotland, because it's the humidity and also the temperature. And a lot of people were surprised because they only takes about 3 to 4.5, maybe 5 years to make a wonderful whiskey in Kavalan in Taiwan. And they start to make whiskey into the market, and no one knows. And then when you talk about whiskey in Taiwan, people say, "What are you talking about? What does Taiwanese know about whiskey?" So they bring to a lot of different world competitions. And surprisingly, in those blind tasting competitions, they start winning gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals. And a lot of whiskey expert was surprised, say, "What? Where is this from? It's from Taiwan?" They were surprised that Taiwan actually make beautiful whiskeys. And first time when I had Kavalan whiskey, I was totally in love with it, because it bring me the memory that I have in Taiwan. That's where I was born. And when you make any whiskey, for example Scotch, when you make from Speyside, you make from Highland, Lowland, Islay, they all have their own characteristic based on the raw material, based on the water they use, based on the environment that they were producing. And in Taiwan, we all know it's a tropical place, tropical country, a lot of fruits. And the water in Yilan is beautiful. It's clear from the mountain. And the result are very, very fruity, very, very powerful and rich whiskeys. And these are the Solist series. And out of all of them, the 4 bottles that I really love, I only can get 3 of them. They're all from different casks. They're all from Moscato white cask. This one is mature in Manzanilla cask, and this one is from the beautiful Amontillado Okay, you see, the thing is about Asian whiskey, they all come with beautiful, beautiful bottles, and they make you just want to own one. Okay, and today we're going to try this Amontillado. I won't say try. I want to review with you guys because honestly, I buy and try a lot of whiskeys. Normally, I don't buy the second bottle unless it's really good. Okay, but this one is my fourth bottle, and that's how much I like it. Okay, and you look at the color, see how dark it is, and this is actually probably natural color. You don't see such a dark color whiskey in the market nowadays. And this is also a cask strength. Okay, cask strength. And the alcohol percentage is 54.8, so it's quite strong. And again, I love this to death. If you ever had a chance to try a Kavalan, I hope you understand what I'm talking about, because you just fall in love with it, with a tropical flavor. Oh, immediately you smell a lot of tropical fruits. There must be like hundreds of different fruit that you can find in here. Some say they can find lychee, some say they can find mango, some say they can find apples. Oh, I smell maybe 10, 15 different fruits in there. It's so beautiful. So rich. And you will be hard to believe that this only matured in the cask for a bit more than 4 years. But I have to say the price is more than a lot of 21 years. Last time when I found this bottle in New York City, they were selling for $5.99 US. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Well, it's a cask strength, but so I suggest you, if you want to try this, add a couple of drops of water. It will help a little bit to bring out the smell even more stronger. Oh boy, it is so rich. You can taste a lot of toffee, smoky oak. It's so delicious. As I mentioned, this is cask strength, so it is a good idea that I bring some water and then try to bring up more flavor. I don't need a lot, maybe 2 or 3 drops of water. Oh goodness. The vanilla just came out so beautifully. A lot of fruits. Some spiciness at the end with a lot of sweetness too. It's very true, very fruity, very tropical. And the amazing thing about whiskey is that wherever they were produced, you can always sense the culture, the environment, the weather, and sort of the fruit that they make, or you know, the characteristic of the place that they can bring, and you can find out a lot from the whiskey. So guys, if you haven't tried Kavalan, I definitely suggest you do that. But if you really want to try Kavalan, try the saltless series. These are the series for the series for the serious drinkers, because they really worth every penny. Cheers, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure you follow me, subscribe, and click like. I'll see you later. Ciao.